welcome to the Order of MAAT show. How's everybody doing out there? This is a rainy day in Georgia. I want to welcome you again to the Order of MAAT show. And I want to also welcome Brother Unk. How are you doing today?
Doing good, sitting back, relaxing.
Okay. Actually, everybody, we this is the first time doing a show, so this is going to be our first show that we're going to be presenting on the Order of MAAT website as well as the YouTube website. So look forward to having these shows once a month. I'm Nicky Love. I'm your host, Nicky Love. I'm also a council member of the Order of MAAT. Brother Unk is a council member of the Order of MAAT, and we have several more. But before we get into that, what we're going to do is we are going to talk about what the Order of MAAT means. So we're going to let Brother Unk, the council member, start with what the Order of MAAT means, because a lot of people are not familiar with the Order of MAAT and they're not sure what it means. So we're going to go ahead and then I'm going to ask you, Brother Unk, what does the Order of MAAT mean?
It's a concept that goes back into original people's tradition. Basically, it was, if you look at their cosmology stories, you'll see that it goes back to being the foundation. So whatever we do as universal people, we should always go to the foundation or to the root. So if you check out the African creation stories, you'll find that before anything was brought into being, before anything was produced physically, right, the foundation of MAAT was created, which really represents the feminine principle of truth, righteousness, justice, balancement, and reciprocity. So we as the original people should always go back to our foundation of order, where we were balanced. You know, you might have some things out of order, but on the other hand, you would have some things balanced. So we need to go back to that principle because as you see now, our communities, we're completely out of order. It's not so much of a problem that we're out of order, it's the fact that we have no balancing effect, no energy pushing towards being balanced, because a lot of times we use a lot of concepts that are not original concepts. We use European concepts to try to fix our African problems. You got the phone. You not believe you. Thought it was gonna be my phone. But the point is, I'm saying is we use European concepts to fix African problems. So you can't fix a problem with the very thing that started the problem. So we reintroduce the MAAT, which is the feminine principle of truth, righteousness, balance, and reciprocity. It's the thing that scientists found these days. They call it dark matter, right? And they say this dark matter actually pushes the universe, right? So when you deal with the MAAT or the MAAT, it's really M-A-A. Some people say M-A-A-T, but it's really not. It's the MAAT. When you're dealing with that, you're dealing with that which pushes you. So we're using the force that pushes original people back into a state of balancement. So that's the Order of MAAT.
Okay, all right, well said, well said. Okay, now I know that, as together we have worked on several things in the community, representing the Order of MAAT. We've done some lectures. We've actually, went to the colleges and spoke at the colleges. And we're also teaching an African cultural class in the libraries this Sunday. Could you speak a little bit about, first of all, the other council members, as far as the Order of MAAT goes and where they're located, and also what else is coming up with the Order of MAAT for the future?
You got Sister Empress Conspiracy. You got Seek Wisdom. You got Earth. You got Black Magic. You got Amaru. You got Nicky Love. You got myself. Can I leave on anybody?
Earth.
I said Earth.
Yes, we got everybody. Black Magic.
Right. So basically, we the council. If you know anything about it, the council first started out on Liberation Unit. We put the council in place because we felt like anything we do, we must duplicate or replicate African culture. And if you understand anything about African culture, they had a council, and the council basically does not allow one person to rule anything. And in the council, he represents the male and the feminine principle. So we started that council liberation unit, and things kind of changed, and so we moved to start the Order of MAAT. I think me and Empress Conspiracy was sitting down, and when we had left the liberation unit, we sit down and we decided that we're going to put something in place, right, where no one can break down the African foundation, and we're going to make sure it looks African. And so we came up with the Order of MAAT.
Okay. All right. Now, the council members, What are the roles of each council member on the Order of MAAT?
You got that right there.
Okay.
I know my role is the
Okay,
Universal Street Scholar.
Universal
Universal
Street Scholar. What is
God
the Universal Street Scholar?
God killer. Universal Street Scholar, God killer.
God killer.
Because for so long we've been so dependent on this European concept called God. If you do an etymology of the word, it'll take you back to all European culture. Anglo-Saxon, Eurasian, Caucasus Asian. It takes you back to a frame reference where one particular group claims to have the knowledge of one particular thing that's going to help everybody. If you know anything about African culture, it's not the one particular thing, right? But it's the collection of things working together to make things better for you. Mm-hmm. So I always fight that word, because a lot of times over the years, we'll put in good work, we'll do this, but we'll always give that credit back to God, when in true essence, that's not even one of our concepts. African people predate God by thousands and thousands of years. That's just a concept. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times people make the mistake in thinking that Brother Unc is talking about that which creates, that which has always created, that which is infinite, that which is in all our lives. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the concept, the idea of this guy located on the third universe waiting for a particular prayer to help you out. A European concept. So us as original people should always go back to that energy or life force or vital force, right, that is produced through our DNA within us. The same thing that's in all things. That's what we need to go back to. So my job is a street scholar. And I say street scholar because I'm connected to the youth, to the youngsters in the neighborhood. Because what they did was they made us integrate. And it was a trap. So when we integrated, right, that made it caused a cavern or space in between the young people, because by the time you get integrated and think you something special, right, you forget about the youth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true some of the times. Yes, they do.
Right, it do, because that's what the concept does. When you accept foreign concepts, those concepts break down who and what you are. Mm-hmm. That's the whole point. Because like nature creates everything to survive in its environment.
Right.
Meaning, you got a crocodile and you got a beaver, right? You would think it crazy for the beaver to accept the teachings from the crocodile. Because then what would the crocodile teach the beaver? It would teach the beaver to be easy food. You know what I'm saying? So basically, we've been made easy food by following concepts that's not ours. So it's so important to keep that tie into the community and stay there and be able to, like, I like to translate. Meaning I like to take our ancient wisdom and break it down to where the regular people in the community can understand what I'm saying. Because if I say Tahuti, right, or if I say Ra, or Amun, or MAAT, they're like, what the hell are you talking about? Mm-hmm. Right? But it's conditions within the community that play the same role as Tahuti. Like that individual comes around, and he might be drunk on wine, but he always has some wisdom to say. He always has the proper thought to bring you back. You know what I'm saying? You'll see MAAT walk through the community. Beautiful black woman, old, young, doesn't matter, right? But she does the things that are proper, and she's always there trying to help the young kids no matter what. And she'll be the one to say, look, y'all need to stop that. Y'all need to stop acting crazy and do such and such. That's your MAAT. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's my job to take the ancient principles, right, and break them down to where the people of the day and fit today's needs. Because they don't need to have something ancient if you can't fix it and tweak it to what you're doing now.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
So that's my job now. I don't know about the rest of the council members. You can.
Well, I know that what I do like about the Order of MAAT is very organized, and you have different people doing different things, and everybody knows I'm the media specialist on the Order of MAAT, so I take care of the radio shows and the TV part of it and whatever has to be done in the media part of the Order of MAAT, as well as lecture, because I'm also partly, he's a street scholar, but Nicky's a street scholar because I've been dealing with the youth for a very long time, and before I even joined the Order of MAAT, I had a lot of dealing with the younger generation, doing positive things with them, keeping them uplifted and going out in the actual communities, dealing with not just your college students, but your drug dealers, your gang members. So I've been dealing with that for a long time as well. So I do lecture as well. But my part on the Order of MAAT is the media specialist, but I know we have Seek. I think Seek is the Master of Administration, if I'm not mistaken, and y'all gonna kill me if we get it wrong. And I believe, I don't know, I'm not sure what Empress's job is.
Finance,
Empress's Finance.
keeping the money right.
Black Magic is also part of the media specialist. Black Magic has just returned back with us, and we want to welcome her back. She was gone for a while. And then we have Earth and Marvel, who has also joined the council. Welcome. They're new to the council, so we want to welcome them as well. And we're not sure what their positions are
Yeah, Marvel is liaison.
Okay, he's a liaison. Okay, Marvel's the liaison between the organizations.
Right.